Hi everyone, this is Alpha Ali. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review. This is actually for Bowyen, and if you guys saw Bowyen's last VOD, it was actually a bronze one. I can't remember whereabouts in bronze, but I literally said to Bowyen, like, they are one of the best bronze moves I've ever seen, especially with, like, their beam management and everything like that. But Bowyen has been grinding like that, has managed to get to silver 1, which is actually insane already, like, from the last VOD that we did. A huge climb, and I just cannot wait to obviously see Bowyen's gameplay again. I remember sitting there watching Bowyen initially and being like, this is like a gold or like plat diamond mercy. Like, this is absolutely amazing, okay? So I'm really glad they've already made the climb. They just put things that you feel like need to work on is I feel like my Valks were a bit off and that my deaths were just a bit unnecessary. Alright, so I guess we'll kind of look to see how we end up dying today and also like look to see how we can improve our Valks. But just remember as well, if you guys want your own Mercy VOD review, are you wanting your own free Mercy VOD review? I do them live on my Twitch for free at 2 p.m. UK on Sundays. They cost 7,500 channel points, which you simply get by just watching the streams. If you can't make it that time, then do not worry, as I also record them offline whenever I'm free, and all of them get uploaded to this channel. But if you guys want to see any of my own gameplay as well, you can visit my main channel. If you do need any help with anything, then don't be afraid to message any of my lovely mods on Discord. The links for everything that I've just mentioned will be down in the description. Now, back to the VOD. And yeah, so I guess we'll kind of like just get straight into it. We are using pink today, which is obviously, you know, a really, really cute skin as well. Just looking as well at our team comp, we have ourselves... Oh, whoa! I didn't know you could do this while you emo. Okay, well, I guess we'll be looking at the Mercy while I talk about the team. So... Looking at our team, obviously we have the Juno. Juno works really, really great on some of these flashpoint maps, especially with like the speed and everything. It's basically like a better Mercy Lucio, so it means that we know we can speed about a lot and be very, very speedy and just, you know, get around really, really well. D.Va's really good damage boost because D.Va's just broken. We also have our Bastion and Ashe as well, who are really, really great damage boost targets. Ashe will probably be our main blue beam until Bastion starts to go in his turret form, in which case, you know, we'll start damage boosting him. But yeah, I guess we'll just kind of just get straight into it. See what we can do. We don't really need to worry about speeding out too much because we've got the Juno. If we didn't have Juno, I'd be looking to obviously speed out on Lucio. But yeah, we're just gonna get straight into it. So, there's obviously damage boost on Juno. Nice. Instead of you damage boosting the Bastion, by the way, I'd be looking to damage boost with the Ashe. The reasoning is because your Ashe has got a really, really good angle here compared to your Bastion, okay? Because don't get me wrong, like, obviously, you know, your Bastion can shoot these guys over here, but can you see how your Ashe just has a full, like, uncontested overview angle? So she can get very easily, you know, a really good dynamite off of these guys. How was the soldier died already? I have no clue. But yeah, so we can very easily, obviously, you know, sit and damage boost one of these guys, or maybe even, like, G yourself up to be with the Ashe, and then, obviously, you know, rain down the damage boost on that really, really great. Oh, sorry, the last two VODs I've done, they were on the exact same F number. So I'm, like, used to just pressing that one, so I have to get used to pressing a different one. But yeah, really, really great. Because you can hear this Ashe on the side, by the way, try not to sling yourself out into the open of where she is, okay? Don't be afraid, just kind of sit where you are and just either, like, do a little sling to get your beam onto the Ashe to come back if you need to. But if not, I just sit back and just, you know, stay with our Bastion right now because you can hear this Ashe on that side. We don't want to be peeking her, alright? Nice damage boost onto the Ashe as well. Really, really well played. Love all your positioning here. Make sure that we're doing a sling here, though, to keep up with our Bastion, okay? We want to try and make sure that as soon as we can, get ourselves with our Bastion. We can rest that, though. Very, very nice. But yeah, it would avoid him dying, though, if we do end up getting ourselves to him a little bit sooner than what we did. Other than that, really, really great. Make sure we're keeping our beams onto these guys as well if we can, okay? Because your D.Va is, like, full HP and she's not close enough right now to kind of, like, contest any of these guys. So I'd be looking kind of, like, just to sit here until I get a GA, in which case I'll GA myself back to where I was. And then you can kind of get a better view of the team as we have done here, okay? We want to try and make sure that, you know, we're keeping these guys up rather than our D.Va because our D.Va's got, like, full HP, okay? So do a sling, come back here, sit and damage boost, like, your Ashe and your Bastion and stuff like that. Alright, we keep on going, though. Nice J back. Oh, nah. Unfortunately, our Bastions ends up kind of getting in the way, okay? But if you feel like our Bastion's getting in the way, don't be afraid to move ourselves, okay? We kind of, like, stand still. The Bastion kind of, like, just strafes about like this, okay? Just kind of walk yourself either forward a tiny bit just to make sure we get the beam on or something like that. But it's unfortunate that, you know, the Bastion ends up, you know, just being in the way of the beams, but it's all good. Nice. Make sure we're looking out for our Juno a little bit more here. I feel like we've been very, very tunnel visioned onto our Bastion right now, okay? Just make sure that when we're obviously, you know, playing, we're still looking to see how our Juno's doing as we're doing so. Other than that, really, really great. Keep going. Nice. At this point now, because a lot of your team have fallen and, you know, we're now giving up the objective, at this point, I'd be just looking to back off, okay? So instead of you G'ing yourself through here, because you're going to take a lot of damage by doing this, just leave your D.Va. D.Va needs to reset. You're not going to be able to keep her up there, especially with a JQ just pushing onto her as she is doing. I'd use your D.Va to then G myself out through this way. So it means that we can link back up with our Ashe and everything and just do like a big reset here, okay? There's no way that we can keep our D.Va up, so it's just a reset, go again kind of moment, alright? Because we don't want to try and get ourselves, like, picked off as we have done, okay? Because can you see how we've ended up kind of staggering ourselves a lot by trying to do this, okay? If we feel like someone isn't, you know, if we feel like we can't keep someone up, then just leave them just to die and just, you know, come back a better way, basically. So it means that we avoid getting staggered as we have done. But so good, keep going. Hoping that people don't get picked off here, because otherwise it's going to be really, really hard for you. But I think it should be alright. Nice. I like the speed as well outside of the flashpoints now as well. I feel like it helps you get back so much quicker. Nice. Nice. Push up more here to make sure you get your beam onto the Bastion as quick as possible, because you want to try and make sure that you're there to damage boost him as the JQ is here, because you want to try and, you know, catch her out and pick her off really, really early on. Really, really great. Nice. Switch into your Ashe. Nice. Ooh, okay. Nice. Okay. This could have been done ever so slightly cleaner than what you did, but I respect what you did here, Bowyen. This is really, really great, okay? Let's quickly talk about it. So, my only thing is I would have stayed on this side, by the way, because there's no reason for you to rotate here. I feel like you just end up kind of rotating while, you know, your Juno ends up getting her ultimate and then using it to, you know, push in, basically. So there's no real need for you to go in to go and help any of these guys, because obviously it's going to provide so much healing, okay? So if you can, try just to play on this side here with your Bastion, because it means then that as soon as your Bastion pops his ult and your Ashe is okay, we can obviously, you know, pop the damage boost on him. Especially because you're in, like, a lower rank, people are more likely to get picked off by the Bastion ult compared to, you know, in, like, the higher ranks and everything, where it's kind of used more as, like, a zoning ult, basically. So, there's that. Now, your actions are falling, and you can hear the JQ on this wall being really, really close by. What you need to do here is just make sure that your crosshair is on the Bastion here. Because if we use our crosshair onto the Bastion, we can fling ourselves up over to here. So it means then when the JQ uses her ult to go in here, we're not being caught out by it. It means then that we can quickly hop down, do a res, and then get back in to go and help everyone, okay? I respect how you did it, though. It was very, very, like, smart of you to do so, because obviously, you know, you realize the JQ's there. We do a sling to get ourselves far and away. Obviously, she ends up running it into a wall, so it means that we don't end up getting picked off by it. And then as soon as we can, we do a GA and then a res. Nice as well, playing it safe for a second. I honestly, it doesn't really matter if the Bastion dies there, because you need to work on keeping yourself alive, which is exactly what you've done. Other than that, though, Bowyen, you did that really, really well. Okay, just make sure that if we can, try to kind of make sure that our crosshair is definitely on the person that we want to go to, just to avoid us doing like a little weird J as we did with the Ashe. Other than that, beautifully played, Bowyen. Really, really well. Very, very nice. Okay, lovely damage boost as well onto your Ashe. Nice ping as well, see you can't res it. And then, yeah, just back off, wait to go again. Very, very nicely well played. Go again. Alright, so we got our Valk coming up. We've done an early Bob, so it should hopefully, you know, help them not try and contest, basically. The Juno is contesting. Make sure we use that as a sling, by the way, because if we want to try and just get ourselves, like, back and around to where our Bastion is right now, okay? So make sure that we're using this as a sling, if we can. The reason why I want you to sling over here, by the way, is purely because we don't know what's behind us here. Because we don't know what's behind us here, we could very easily be caught up by like a Helix rocket or like an Ash Dynamite or something like that, okay? We just want to try and make sure that we're taking as little damage as we can. And because we run the risk of the soldier coming round to come and shoot us over here, I would rather you slung yourself around kind of like where your Juno is to play it kind of around here. So it means then that we are already like preempting and we know where these people are. So it means that we're not going to end up with unnecessary damage being taken. All right? Nice pick from Yash though. Very, very nice. And you guys end up winning it. Ooh, okay. Junos are getting picked off though. Nice. Obviously, you know, ping it to let your team know. I love your pings for the reses. It's really, really great, Bowyen. Alright, nice. Okay, where are we going next? Make sure that obviously, you know, we're not slinging ourselves out and away from our team when, you know, the point might be over here. It's unfortunate that I can't see when I'm watching the replays where your next point is, basically. So, you know, just make sure that we're looking out for that. I usually like to ping it just to kind of make sure that, oh yeah, it's this way, basically. But nice. Keep it going, though. Your ashes, unfortunately, by themselves. I'd look up to link up with my ash here. The reason is because, right? Oh, I have no clue even though it's alright, sweet, don't worry. However, I would look to link up with your Ash here. The reasoning is because, okay, we have the Juno here to help your Diva and Bastion main. So I want you to help your Ash on the off angle. The reasoning is because, okay, if your Ash ends up getting you know, shot at from the off angle, then she just dies because she doesn't have anyone to help her, okay? Your job in this team comp is to help your Ash on that off angle, so then your Diva, Bastion, and Juno can push in main, basically, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to come and help your Ash and sit here. The reason why I want you to, don't want you to sit here is because it opens up opposite this angle for like a flanker, okay? So I want you to sit here and listen out on your left for people coming through, okay? Because if you hear someone coming through, then you can then sling yourself back in a kind of like around this like piece of cover or something. So we just want to try and make sure that we're just, you know, we're playing out of LOS of the Ash and we're playing with her just to make sure that we're helping on that off angle. I'm gonna see what you end up doing though with your Bastion main though. Let's see. So nice, obviously, damage boost here. What I'd be doing as well is, obviously, if you do decide to come main with the rest of your team and you don't decide to go on that flank angle, is that you keep on just looking to check how your Ash is doing, okay? What I'd be doing is I'd be sat here looking at these guys, looking over here, looking at these guys, looking over here, looking at these guys, looking over here, okay? Because we just want to try and make sure that our Ash is still okay. Because, obviously, you know, because we've not gone on this flank angle, which I feel like you should have done. We just want to try and make sure that she's okay as well while we're pushing in main with all these guys. Let's go, keep going. What's happened here? Oh, okay, the game decided to lag for a second. But that's all good. Nice, obviously, peel. Just make sure that we're not backing off too much, so it means that we can still try and get our Beaver onto the Diva here, which is in her little baby form, just to check that she's okay. But we keep them going. Nice helping on the off angle. Very, very nice. Nice ping on the res as well, just to let your team know that you're doing it. Ooh, okay. Really nice ping on the res to make sure, you know, that you're letting your team know as well, that you're, that you're going for this res. Very, very nice. My only thing is then, after you've done this res, don't be J'ing yourself into the enemy team like this, okay? What I want you to do, I'm going to quickly rewind it so we can look at it. So it's all fine. Love as well how you got there as well. Obviously, letting your team know that you're going to go and res it. Very, very nice. When you're done, okay, don't be afraid just to kind of sit here for a second just to check how your team is doing. I got a tad jump scared by the GQ. It's alright, because you could hear her, right? You can hear her shouting, okay? Think to yourself, who's she going to go on to? Most likely your Ash King, because obviously you just rest your Bastion. Your Diva's going to be flying about, goodness knows where, and you can hear, and obviously, you know, your Juno's like gone over to the far side, okay? So don't be afraid, just kind of like sit where you are and just do a little jiggle peek, okay? Do a little jiggle peek, get your beam onto your Ash. If you need to try and like keep LOS of her, maybe GA into the wall and then bounce yourself up so you can still like keep yourself into LOS of her, but there's no need for you to kind of like J yourself into the JQ, which is what you end up doing. Alright, we keep it going though. I want to see what you end up doing after your Ash sadly ends up falling. So we end up kind of in like this weird spot. We don't get ourselves like back, which is quite nice. Nice. Push up here. Nice. make sure we're pushing up here that we do get our beam onto the diva. Other than that, really, really great Bowyen once again. Very, very nice. Allow your Juno to heal here, by the way, instead of yourself. You've got ult, your Juno doesn't have ult, so we want to try and make sure that Juno has a ult, because Juno's ult is on the verge of being broken, I would say, in my opinion. So yeah, so just if you can try just to allow your Juno to heal up here rather than yourself, just to make sure that, you know, you're helping your Juno gain that ult charge. Alright, we keep on going though. Nice. Alright, we just reset, go again. Your Juno's being quite aggressive here, so maybe I'd, like, you know, look to push up with her just a tiny bit. Because then that means that if she does end up kind of taking a little bit of extra damage, that we're there just try and help out. You don't have to be, like, directly, like, next to her side or anything. Like, you can very much just be kind of, like, placed here-ish. So it means then that as soon as your Juno, like, you know, starts backing out, or, you know, she ends up, like, getting a little bit weak, then we're there just to help her out. And then we can go back and just J back to, your diva. Alright, we're keeping going, though. That's what we do end up obviously pushing up now. And then now your Juno's obviously backed off. It's just, you know, just to help get that extra bit of damage in. I was just about to say, make sure you're positioned here, okay? Because you end up kind of position yourself here, okay? Make sure that we position ourselves, like, around here a little bit, like, sooner if we can. But anyways, we'll keep on going. Nice. Okay, we hear Ash behind. We'll be here, Ash behind us, okay? Don't be kind of J'ing ourselves into the enemy team once again. Make sure we're using that GA to kind of come around and back here. It doesn't matter if you take that a second or two just to, you know, obviously, you know, play back or anything. We just want to try and make sure that we're keeping ourselves alive and we're just keeping ourselves up. We don't want to be, you know, J'ing ourselves into the enemy Mei or anything, okay? So just make sure that we're J'ing ourselves over to here if you can. Alright, we keep on going. We did get ourselves out, which is really, really great. Make sure we're helping our Juno here. Ooh. I don't like this Valk. And the reason is because I feel like we could have just done everything that we just did without it. And we've also just used our Juno ult, okay? We don't want to be using Juno and Mercy ults at the same time. So let's talk about it. What can we do differently here? So, Bastion uses his ult, okay? It doesn't really matter too much if we can't get our beam onto him. That's fine. Just stay damage boosting your Ashe, okay? We hear the Ashe. We G ourselves over to this side here because we don't want to be, you know, G ourselves into the enemy Mei. Okay, we use our Juno ult, okay? This means that it gives us chance and opportunity just to be able just to kind of push up with our team if we can. And because of the damage boost, okay? What happens here is now we could see our Juno coming back in and she's quite weak. And we've still got our Juno ultimate activated, okay? So I want you to just to get your beam onto your Juno. If Ashe dies to the Mei, that's fine. Just keep progressing on with this team fight, okay? I sort of thought, just thought I saw someone low and panicked. But honestly, don't do sway, okay? Yes, you saw that your Juno was weak, okay? But don't just, you know, don't just Valk and just be like, oh my gosh, someone's weak, Valk, okay? Because we know that we just used our Juno ult. Juno ult is still active as well, so it means if Juno even just walks into here, she's going to get a load of, like, HP back, basically, okay? Just get your beam onto her first, and then assess the situation and think to yourself, okay, do we need to Valk it? So just get your beam onto the Juno, and then what I would do here is I would just kind of sit here. I'm going to let it play a little bit more. I'm going to sit here. I'm just going to keep on sitting here, maybe jiggle peeking it just to, you know, make sure that she stays up. And then I'll start, you know, beaming my diva. I'll start healing my diva up a bit just to make sure that she's okay. But then, you know, we can go for that res as well, as you just have done, okay? But can you see how we could have done all this without our Valk, okay? So just make sure that we're not panicking this Valk, okay? And really thinking about when we're going to do this Valk, just to make sure that we're not wasting it, which I feel like you kind of ended up doing a little bit here. Alright, we keep going though. Now it's obviously coming around to come and help with the rest of it. Very, very nice. Leave the healing till after Valk as well, because if you just wait 2 seconds and then start healing up, you can get that extra healing and give yourself some extra ult charge for your next Valk as well. Alright, but keep on going though. Awesome. Alright, go push up with your Ashe now. Very, very nice. Just as we'll be thinking of ultimates that they could be using to push themselves in. They've not used Juno ult in a while, so we'll be thinking of probably a Juno ult. Possibly maybe a Mei ult as well, because, you know, the Mei did quite a bit that last team fight. So just be thinking about these things. Nice helping your Ashe there. Very, very nice and well played. So they're using Juno ult to come in. Because they're using Juno ult to come in, and I know that my Juno is here, that'll be sending alarm bells in my head. I'll be thinking, wait, but there's no support to help on the point, okay? So as soon as you kind of see this, think, oh my goodness, my team, okay? And just be kind of like playing in betweenish here. What should happen here is your Juno should be playing with your diva, okay? But she's wanted to go in a flank for whatever reason, okay? So if you can, still play with your Ashe here, but then as soon as you hear that ult, just make sure that we're flicking back just to check that our diva, check our, like, Bastion are okay. Alright? I'm gonna see what ends up happening, though, because we've been very tunnel vision onto this Ashe right now. Which is fine, because obviously, you know, it's your main job to sit there and damage boost, you know, your Ashe. Nice. Try if you can to make that rotation a little bit more direct, by the way, and don't rush yourself to do it, especially if the Mei wall's still up, okay? Don't force yourself to go for that rotation early on. We bomb. That's fine. Nice. I did really well played. Okay, let's go to the next checkpoint. Nice. Okay, so just go around with your Ashe. I think your Ashe is trying to look for people to, you know, like seeing where they are, which is fine. Nice. I have a feeling this is your point, okay? So don't be afraid to rotate early here. Use your diva with her DM, who's going to be DMing main, to rotate across here, because we want to try and make sure that we're on the side of our point as quick as possible, because I'm guessing by your rotation and the enemy team's rotation that this is the next point. So just make sure that we're kind of rotating ourselves early on, so it means that we don't end up getting picked out if we rotate later, basically. All right? Nice help on your Bastion here. Nice. Ooh. I would have liked you to stay with your Bastion here rather than kind of jailing ourselves through the Zarya, okay? But I think it all kind of comes through from you not staying on this side, okay? Because it's your Bastion's fault for staying on this side as well. I just left him, which I feel like is half his fault, but also half your fault, okay? And the reason why I think it's half their fault is because they haven't made the rotation, okay? What should have happened is while your diva was here, your whole team should have made a rotation through to come to be on this side, okay? So that means that you guys can contact... I don't... Is your Ashe okay? But yeah, so then that means obviously, you know, that we can sit here and we can, you know, help with the Ashe's flanking. And it also means that we're still on point side, okay? So you made the right decision of rotating. It's just unfortunate that your Bastion doesn't decide to make that rotation with the rest of your team, because we want him to try and rotate with us, okay? So that's on him for not doing that rotation. But then because we decide to go to him to help with the Bastion ult, which I don't think we should have. I think we should have like stayed to maybe like try and help with our Ashe or something instead. I would have just, what's it called? I would just rather you stayed over here. Alright? Now, as soon as we see, obviously, all these guys push in, I would not be looking to, you know, go back to go and, like, help, you know, to go back to go and help these guys, okay? Because you've made that decision now to commit on this off angle with your Bastion, okay? So I want you to play back, play safe. Don't be walking into the Zarya, which you do in a second, because obviously, you know, you see that she's come through here. So we can hear, we can see that she's gone through. We don't want to be walking into it, especially because she's probably going to have a high charge, especially if she just bubbled your Bastion and everything. She's going to have a lot of charge. So just play back here and play safe and wait for your Bastion to sit and turret form them all or like kill them all basically. Unless if he doesn't, in which case then you just reset. Because you made that decision to stay with the Bastion. Alright, we keep on going though, because I'm gonna see what ends up happening. But yeah, I would have definitely stayed with him rather than going to escape like you did. Nice. Nice rotation. So don't be afraid here to this is the point where you can GA across, okay? Don't be afraid to use your Juno to GA across to play what's it called? play up on top here, because then you're going to be still be with the rest of your team. Because can you see how like you're so kind of like far away and kind of like by yourself right now, okay? Because this was fine like while your diva was still with you, but then obviously your diva ends up like obviously boosting through. At that point you don't GA because you can't really, what's it called, and then obviously then you can use your Juno to then GA up onto this like piece of high ground over here basically. Alright, but keep on going though. Oh, that's not you, that's Juno. I can see what you end up doing now though, because you end up kind of backing off and around, which is good as well. Nice J to your Ashton as you can. Same thing, I want to try and make sure that we're avoiding using our Valk at the same time as our Juno ult, okay? Allow Juno ult to play itself out to see what's happening, okay? So if you can, you know, allow the Juno ult to happen. So it, I think I just took a quick stroll. That's alright, sweet, don't worry. But yeah, just allow your Juno ult to start happening first here before we pop the Valk, because we don't want to pop the Valk while the Juno ult's, going on as well. Unfortunately, can't help your team any more than you have done. This is just a back out and a reset. But yeah, just Bowyen, if you see that your Juno's used her ult, try if you can not to use yours as well at the same time. Because I feel like it would be a lot more useful for you to use it on the next one. Nice. Don't be afraid to res here. Yeah, very nice. You want to res here because obviously, you know, you want to try and push in as a team. Nice healing with your Juno. Nice. Where are we going now? Where are we going? Because I feel like you're a little bit lost here, okay? What I would have done here, right? Let's quickly talk about it. So, res is good. Res is good. I like this bit. There we go to go and heal up our Juno, which is fine, because that's what we should be doing, okay? But as soon as we, you know, our Juno is okay-ish, and she's not taking too much damage because she's not going too aggressively, don't be free just to kind of walk to the side here and sit with your Ashe, okay? So what I would do is I would walk to the side and just sit and damage boost my Ashe here. So this is going to be me for a second. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to sit and damage boost my Ashe, okay? And then as soon as I kind of see these guys getting a little bit weaker, then I can go in to go and help them, okay? Which I'll show you in just a second when I would have probably moved to go and help. So I would still be still sat with Ashe, still sat with Ashe. And then once I hear that grab and I hear that people are starting to get weak over here, then I'd be looking to go and help these guys with the grab. Maybe even doing a little J up into like this little room or something if I need to. But we just want to make sure that we're going to go and help these guys a little bit more. I didn't even know that door was there, to be honest. No, it's alright. Yeah, no, this door, you know, the one you just used to res? This one, it leads around to, like, where your Ashe is and everything, alright? I feel like it's hard to learn the flash points, especially because there's some times where you could play all 5 points, and there's some where, like, you only just, like play 3 of them and everything, and they're all randomized. So I feel like it's quite hard to know, like, all the maps, especially because it's still quite new as well. But yeah, just once again, once you know that your team is starting, like, to have a little bit of trouble, make sure that we're J'ing in to go and help them, basically. But keep on going, though. Unfortunately, because we're not there, everyone just ends up kind of falling, is what it is. Nice. And then at this point, we just reset. You either want to reset by J'ing yourself back to, like, where your spawn is, or you just want to G yourself, like, into the water, basically. Just to, you know, make sure that you don't end up getting picked off, like, and stagger a little bit. Alright? Reset, go again, though. Unfortunately, I felt they're going to get this point, which is fine. We'll just have to go to the next point. So that's all good. Which one's Palace? The other one, the fountain, I think it is. Yeah. Awesome. Keep on going. Nice you destroying the barriers already, by the way. That's a good. Nice rotation, obviously seeing where the Ashe is and everything, so you just end up kind of rotating. Very, very nice. Just keep the distance that you're at, okay? Remember, if you're safe, stay in that space. We're really, really, like, safe as we are right now, because obviously, you know, we got our team to shoot at anyone that's obviously going to be coming behind or anything, and also we have them to GA back to as well if we need to. So don't be afraid, just kind of, you know, sit here either with your diva or maybe go back to, like, go and damage with one of these guys to try and, like, get rid of the Zarya that's going to be behind you. But keep it going. Nice heals onto your diva. I would rotate here as well, by the way, because we don't want the Zarya suddenly just to turn around with a high amount of charge and just start shooting us down, basically, with her beams. So if you can, try to make a rotation over to this side if you can. Nice. Nice. You guys get some really, really good picks off. So now let's just cleaning up and capping the point, basically. Nice. Once again, don't be afraid to push up with your D.Va, by the way, just to get that damage boost in to try and pick off your Moira a little bit sooner. More than that, really, really great. Nice. Ooh, make sure you're... Where's my mouse? There it is. Make sure you're using that GA, by the way, to get yourself up onto like one of the high grounds, just to once again block LOS out of the Mei if you can. So make sure you're using that GA to get up onto one of these high grounds. Nice. Nice. Okay, we're using Juno. Just same thing again. Don't use your Valk with Juno Wall, okay? Because we got this Juno Wall. Everyone's really, really healthy. We've just got rid of the Mei as well, so it's going to be very easy, like kind of team fight win for us with the Juno Wall. So just once again, don't use your Valk with Juno Wall. Nice. I can hear the Zarya. Just make sure we're not going to get caught out by Grav. We go resist. Nice. Very, very nice. Make sure that we're pushing up here, okay? Because I feel like we're playing very far back and we're not kind of with the team, if you get me. So if we can, try just to make sure that once we got them picks off and we were quite healthy after, we're taking some damage and everything, that we're going back in to help these guys, okay? We don't just kind of like sat here. We want to try and get these staggers, because if we get these staggers here, it makes it very, very hard for the enemy team to start contesting this point in a second, and we really don't want our divas get demexed here and force like a bomb early, okay? So if you can, try to stay yourself forward to try and help your diva earlier on here, just so we're not kind of like sat back like doing nothing. Basically, we want to try and be with the people that are doing the damage, or who are staggering everyone else. Alright, we keep on going though. Nice heals onto your diva. I'll be looking to back myself off now because I can hear people above us, and I really don't want you to be kind of like sitting underneath them if you can. So just if you can, try to back yourself off. Same thing in, go up onto this high ground so you can have like, sit with your bastion over here. Because can you see if like we were if we were already like preempted and we were still playing all the way back, when the grab gets dropped, we don't end up being in it. Instead, we can like obviously we can sit here and heal everyone up that's in it. Okay, it's because we end up making this late rotation and being more reactive and listing, oh my god, so Zarya is here, that we end up being in the grab. Okay, so if we think the Zarya is nearby, or we think the Zarya is gonna have her grab, don't be afraid just to play passive and make sure that we're proactive and being ready for the grab. All right. That was horrific timing, yes. And it's because you end up spending too much time over here, okay? Yes, it's a good piece of cover for where you are, but you have to think as well, okay? When the Zarya is going to come pushing in, especially when she's above you, she's just going to mow you down. And then obviously, she ends up grabbing you as well, okay? We just want to make sure that we're already being proactive and we're being out of the way of the Zarya beforehand. So when she does come and use her grab, then we're already like there to help the rest of your team. Alright, keep it going though. I'm going to see if you guys end up surviving this grab. Unfortunately, you don't end up doing... But the rest of your team survived really, really well, which is really, really great. Let's see what the rest of your team can do. We use bomb. Bomb just to get on. Unfortunately, we end up getting taken out. I feel like just kind of like retaking it now, which is fine. Because we can allow them just to retake this while you and D-Ren are getting back. Plus, you get some really good kills as well, which is really, really great. Use your Ash to get back in to go and help res your Juno. Nice. Oh, we just need to be a little bit quicker there, okay? So one for the team. No, fair enough, sweet. Yeah, just if we want to try and get this res done, you can go main and just go and use like someone main to go like up and res it here. If you do want to take the long way around, just make sure we're being as quick as possible, so we're not like, for example, banging into walls as we're doing. So okay, just make sure that we get there as quick as we can. But I feel like it would have been a little bit quicker here if we just went main and just used someone main to G ourselves up to go and res our Juno. Alright, we keep it going though, because you guys end up doing without your Juno though. Nice. That's what you can't do anything just to keep your Ash up anymore there. But don't be afraid just to go and res her. Nice. And you guys end up winning it, okay? Overall, Bowyen, you played really, really well this game, okay? I feel like once again, your beam management is just really, really great. Like, whoever you have your beam on is really, really great. I guess my kind of like main thing to say to you to begin with is to make sure that you know who you need to beam at what time, okay? Because there's been a few times where like we're not pushing up with people, you know, to get stagger kills, or there's a few times where we're kind of like just sat, not so much like AFK, but it's very much like we're sat too far back, okay? I want you now to play with your team a little bit more, push up with your team when they're pushing up, like for example when your diva dives in to try and get like some more stagger kills, to excuse me, to make sure that we're pushing up with her, so it means that she's not end up getting you know, picked off herself. So that's kind of like my first thing that I'm going to say to you with that. Your reses, I think were pretty good. I've not really got any issues with your reses. I feel like you pinged them really, really well. You communicate with your team so, so well. So honestly, you did that really well, Bowyen. Keep that, okay? I've been playing too much BAP. I forgot to play Mercy. No, also right, sweet. Honestly, it doesn't really matter too much because you still played really, really well, okay? You still played really, really well. But think to yourself, okay, you know when like your team push up after they've got a few picks and you push up with your BAP to try and like, you know, DPS and pick people off, but also try to heal them up. Do the exact same thing as Mercy, but just with beams instead. All right, that was really, really great. Valks, okay. With Valk, you want to try and alternate it with Juno, okay? Because the reason, and you were like, oh my goodness, like I didn't realize like how, you know, I've done it every single time. And the reason is because you guys just kind of do the exact same amount of healing and damage. So it means that every single kind of second team fight, you end up getting your ults, okay? So when you see a Juno ult, hold on to your Valk if you can. Obviously, if it gets towards the end of like the Juno ult and you guys still need that bit of help, then don't be afraid to pop the Valk. But if you pop the Juno ult and you think that it's okay, you know, you force some more damage boost, you just absolutely amplify that damage like mad, and you just destroy the rest of the team. Don't be popping Valk with that, because then that means the next team fight, Juno should be about 50% to her ultimate, and you'll have yours. That means that you can use your support ultimate, okay? This works very similarly when you're playing with any support, okay? Because it's very, very rare that you want to pop both support ultimates at the same time, because support ultimates are broken. And if you can have one broken ult every single team fight, apart from having two for one team fight, it will work out for your team so much better. All right. Your positioning as well was really like really great, Bowyen. You just need to try and just make sure that you know who you want to go with basically when you're doing these ultimates if you can, okay? Or like just playing in general. Because there's been a few times where we've gone we've gone forward or like we've gone with someone or we end up kind of getting a little bit lost because we don't know who we should be, okay? Think to yourself, where should my team be playing and where do you think that we should be going? And then you play there. All right. Over that though, Bowyen, yeah, use two indecisive, okay? What you want to do is you want to kind of like just make a decision and go with that decision. Don't like second guess yourself. Just once you make that decision, do it. If it's a bad decision, obviously you'll know because you'll die or like someone else will die and you'll think, okay, that's something to learn from. But if it's a good decision, then you know it's great that you've done it. All right. Above that though, Bowyen, obviously, please do let me know as well if you're having more issues. But just once again, thank you so much for on Twitch as well as on YouTube been watching this. If you guys want some of my own gameplay, then I record that live on my Twitch, which is, you know, linked down in the description. I also post all them on my main YouTube channel, so if you guys want to see that, once again, that's linked down in the description, along with my Discord, because I have a lovely community over there and everything. But yeah, just once again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Bye!